Isa lang ang lagi ko nire-request. If you can hear me, sabihin niyo lang, I can hear you, Ma'am G. Meron po kayong mga bagay na gustong linawin, itanong, i-clarify o kung ano man about sa cyberbacker, kung para ba to sa newbie at walang experience, or kung meron kayong mga na-encounter na gusto nyong linawin, this is the right time, okay? So, this interview, this video, this live is for you, okay? So, nilalaan namin talaga tong oras na to para sa inyo. Bago natin ituloy ang video natin na ito, napansin ko lang na 72% ng ating mga viewers ay hindi pa nakasubscribe. I will appreciate if you will subscribe now for more exciting videos. So, subscribe na! Alright, so hindi ko na patatagalin ang inyong pag-aantay. Our special guest for tonight is the Vice President for Careers ng Cyberbacker, a leading provider of world-class administrative support services, hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas but also to clients anywhere in the world. He used to work in the call center industry for 14 years and shifted career before the pandemic happened. He has been with Cyberbacker for 3 years and 8 months. Wow. Worked as a cyberbacker, partnered with a client, shifted as a career consultant, moved up as a career backer alongside handling quality and analytics division. And now, the Vice President of the whole career division. Oh, di ba? Talaga namang bigate ng ating young VP and guest for tonight. At sure ako na madami tayong mapupulot na kaalaman sa kanya. Ano, excited na ba kayo mga ka-home base kada? By the way, bago ko tawagin ng tuluyan, ako muna po si Sheena Santos. Baka ako po hindi niyo nakikilala. Alright? So, eto na po, without further ado, let us all welcome Cyberbacker VP for Careers, M. Rodriguez. Ayan!
Hi, Sheena.
Good evening, Em.
Good evening. And good evening to all viewers. Sa mga momshies, sa mga beshies natin dyan. So, magandang gabi po.
Wow, kamusta ka naman? Okay lang ba, M? M or VPM? Okay.
No, M is good. Okay na yung M.
Kamusta ka tonight?
Well, good and prepared sa ganito. But first, Sheena, thank you for having me here for showcasing Cyberbacker, and malaking tulong to sa mga gustong malaman talaga what Cyberbacker is all about.
Yes.
Ano ang meron dito, and what specifically ba yung hinahanap ni Cyberbacker. Yan.
Yes, and thank you so much for guesting dito sa ating live, kasi alam ko marami nag-aantay talaga sa inyo. Marami gustong linawin at mga itanong about sa Cyberbacker, and I'm glad na nandito ka para sagutin ang lahat ng yon. Ayan. Okay, so let's start. Alright, sino or ano ba si Cyberbacker?
Okay. So si Cyberbacker, bigyan ko lang kayo ng history ni Cyberbacker. So nagsimula to talaga in a concept ng aming founder and CEO, which is Craig Goodliff, kasi may real estate company siya na sarili niya. Now, during the time, nag-hire siya ng 3 tao dito sa Pilipinas. So, dun siya nag-start. Kumbaga parang concept pa lang siya na mag-venture out siya or will seek help into other people na tulungan siya sa real estate company niya. Kasi, syempre, he's a coach. He's a MAPS coach. Which is helping out yung mga clients in building up their businesses. So, hindi niya na magawa lahat ng majority ng task niya. So, dun siya nagsimula. Like, ang dami niya nang namimiss, hindi niya na kayang i-book lahat ng mga appointments sa calendar niya. And then, of course, kailangan kasi niya yung mga transcript or notes ng mga calls na yon. So, nag-hire siya ng 3 tao, and then nag-excel naman yung 3 tao na na-hire niya. So, from there, meron siyang nakausap na co-coach niya at sabi sa kanya, why are you so efficient in everything that you do? So, doon na nag-start yun. Can you find me someone that is actually working alongside you? Yan. So, naghanap pa siya, tinanong niya yung mga cyberbackers niya if they know someone, tapos ay nag-refer na hanggang ayun na, doon na siya nagsimula. So, we started January 1 of 2018. And then Cyberbacker is now 3 years na. We have a legal entity here in the Philippines as well. So, covered kayo talaga. And then
Mm.
we have our mission and vision. So just to share with you guys, our mission is to really empower growth-minded emerging business owners with world-class economical leverage to fulfill their greatest purpose. So this is for the clients. So we provide every services that they need, lahat ng kailangan nila, lahat from the start of their day hanggang end of their day, even preparing the things that they need for the following day. Now, the vision of Cyberbacker is to become the largest online service company in the world. So, hindi lang dito sa atin, we are venturing out as well internationally. So, yun. So, yun si
Nice.
Cyberbacker.
Nice. Okay, meron lang muna ako isang gustong linawin. Kasi nabanggit sa akin na ang cyberbacker is parang equivalent to virtual assistant. So, kumbaga ang terminology na ginagamit nyo is cyberbacker instead na virtual assistant. Tama ba?
Yes, that is right. Pag virtual assistant kasi parang you're just doing it as a job. Dito kasi cyberbacker, hindi ka lang, kumbaga, you're not just remotely working, but you have a family here. Kumbaga, hindi ka papasok lang na mag-isa dito. So once na you're in dito sa Cyberbacker, automatic yan, meron kang support group mo. So, just like with any other company, for some people, kung merong mga background na sa mga call centers dito sa atin, automatic may bibigyan siya ng mga support group niya. And these support group, anytime pwede niyang hinga ng tulong. So, hindi ka nag-iisa. And you're not just limited to those people na inassign sa'yo, pero you can actually reach out as well to any executives or VPs. Tutulungan ka naman namin to really excel. So you're not just alone. You have a family here in Cyberbacker, and we always have your back.
Wow, nakakatuwa naman yan. Kayo, ito isang tanong ko lang is, kayo ba mismo yung parang magre-refer sa clients or parang once na naging part sila ng cyberbacker, sila pa rin yung, kunwari ako as a cyberbacker, kumbaga BA, cyberbacker, ako ba maghanap ng clients pero under lang ako ng cyberbacker?
No, automatic yan. Marami na kaming clients na nandito. Automatic yan, ima-match na lang namin kayo kasi we want you to really work with someone or partner with someone na mag-e-enjoy ka, na happy ka, na alam mo yun, this is gonna be like an experience na hindi mo talaga siya makakalimutan din. At saka, ang ano kasi namin dito talaga is pang long term talaga siya. Until retirement natin. Yun.
Ano ba yung mga requirements kapag gusto nilang makapasok sa cyberbacker?
First, syempre yung technical requirements natin like desktop or laptop kung meron ka. Headset, yan. Kasi syempre you need to communicate as well with your clients. Webcam, kasi there will be times na, of course, wala namang may gustong hindi ka makita din personally. Kumbaga lahat kasi dito may personal touch talaga. Kahit ba sabihin mong we're working virtually, remotely, pero alam mo yon, we feel like nasa office pa rin kami na nagtatrabaho. Nasa isang kumpanya pa rin kami. Another thing is, hindi naman kailangan na talagang sobrang galing sa English. An average na okay na kaya mo makipag-communicate in English, kaya mong i-express yung sarili mo, then you're good. You can present yourself very well as well. Tapos, someone who can actually follow instructions. Yan, importante yan. Kasi, syempre, si client, magbibigay ng mga instructions yan. Dapat, kung medyo unsure sa'yo, you can ask for clarity para masundan mo siya. Yun. And then, we need someone who has the passion. Yung talagang, this is it. Ito yun, i-embrace ko to because this is what I want and this is what I love. Yun.
Ayan. So, ibig sabihin kahit na ako kasi, honestly ako alam ko, medyo may pagkaayan, bulol ako, barok. So, hindi naman sobrang tinitignan yun unless you can, basta ma-express mo na mabuti yung sarili mo. Parang confident ka naman. Kasi aminado ko, nababarok talaga ako. Kaya nga, baka mamaya kasi may mga ka-home base kada tayo dyan, mga kasama na nadi-discourage na. So, yan, okay naman pala sa cyberbacker.
Oo. Hindi naman all the time may baon tayo. Minsan, alam mo, may certain time na nag-expire din yung English natin. So, alam mo yung gano'n. Basta as long as kaya mong i-deliver, you know that naiintindihan siya. At saka bago naman mangyari yun kasi syempre, sa hiring process pa lang, i-assess ka na so that after nun, i-coach ka din before you are being presented to the client. Alam mo yun. So, tuturuan ka talaga.
ano ba yung schedule ng work? Kasi for sure marami tayong mga kananay, kamamshi na medyo struggle sa time, yung kunwari, pang umaga ba, pang hapon, or pwede ba flexible schedule?
For the schedule, depende kasi to sa client natin na makakatrabaho natin or mapapartner sa'yo. So, siya yung susundan mo para mas efficient yung trabaho talaga. But just to properly set expectations na pang-graveyard siya talaga, pang-gabi.
Hmm.
Some of the shift starts at 9 p.m. Late will be at around 11 or 12. Yan. So lahat ng time zone sa US, sinusundan namin siya. Yun. And it's just an 8-hour shift and that's already included dun yung break schedule mo. Yun.
Okay. Pero ibig sabihin wala tayong mga Australian clients kasi minsan 'di ba may mga Australian na pang morning, talagang panggabi lang yung mga schedule na pwede.
Panggabi lang. Wala pa kaming Australian but we have upcoming Canadians. Meron na kaming
Ooh.
UK so medyo hapon siya nagsa-start.
Oh.
So yun. So maraming time zones, hindi ko ma-specific na masabi. Pero yon, kung kaninong client ka mapupunta, yon, we need to follow that schedule para mas efficient at alam mo yung bonding ninyo ng client mo kasi you're not just working but you are being partnered, yon. Kaya we really don't use the word working with but partnered with, yan. Kasi
Yun.
sila yung tutulungan mo siya sa success ni client, tutulungan mo yung success ni client and then tutulungan ka rin naman ni client sa success mo.
Nice. Nakakatuwa naman. Parang ako mismo na-excite ako kasi honestly ako parang independent ako. Pero kapag binabanggit mo yung mga ganyan tungkol sa cyberbacker, parang pati ako nahahatak mo na talaga ako. Ayan. So, sino ba talaga yung mga pwedeng mag-apply dito? Parang, open ba to sa kahit kanino? Or meron di kayong parang basihan na ito, hindi to pwede? Yung mga ganon.
Ay,
Or
hindi,
masyado
wala
akong
naman.
non-judgmental?
Wala naman. Basta you are of legal age. Marami kami, we are accepting as well students, yan, for
Nice.
part-time positions, momshies, or kahit anong age ka pa, as long as alam mong kaya mo magtrabaho, you are dedicated in doing this, okay na okay sa amin. Even abroad,
Nice.
may mga ano din tayo sa abroad kasi Filipinos na nasa ibang bansa who are with cyberbacker na din. Alam mo yung mga nawala ng trabaho and then hindi na makauwi kaagad. So, they really need the work immediately, kaagad-agad na while working virtually kasi unang-una naiwan na sila doon, wala silang kabuhayan. So, we open it up to our OFW Filipinos na nasa ibang bansa.
Yung mga OFW nating kababayan. Yes, paano paano yun? Paano ba yung application process? So, pupunta sa website and then from there, ano yung mangyayari?
Ayun. From the website, fill out nyo lang yung needed doon, like your personal information. Hindi mandatory yung yung referrals kasi may 3 referrals doon sa website. If you don't have anyone na mare-refer sa cyberbacker, that's okay. You can skip that. Pero kung gusto niyo na may kasama kayo dito sa cyberbacker, then you can fill it out. Basta make sure lang na you have their consent. Mahirap na. Okay, makamagulat na lang sila, di ba? Yun. At the same time, yun, pag, it will have the initial assessment, yung nandoon na sa application form. You just have to answer it. By the way, just to give you a tip, na take your time in answering that assessment. Hindi siya time-based, basta take it from there. And then, one thing na kailangan mong isipin when taking that assessment is yourself. Ano ba talaga yung mas gusto mo dito sa mga kailangan mong i-arrange doon or piliin doon sa mga tanong na yon. And then, your resume, of course, if you have a soft copy of your resume in a PDF form, upload mo lang din doon sa application page. And then, after nun, you need to tick all the boxes, proceed to the initial interview. Make sure na naka-prepared ka na din. You have your webcam, proper lighting. At the same time, at least somehow, very professional pa din tayo. Kahit mga polo shirt yan, okay na yan. Yun. Basta para kang interview na magtatrabaho ka talaga in person sa isang corporate office yon.
Ito ba pwede to? O tataas ko na ng konti?
Oo naman.
Ayan. Sabi ni Dayan, work as an ESL tutor, magagamit ko ba yun as a plus sa profile ko pag nag-apply ako?
Yes, Diane, of course. Marami din kami that came from the ESL industry. I've worked with a lot as well, even sa team ng career division. I have people who previously worked sa ESL. And it's an edge na meron ka na yan kasi alam mo yon, you have great command of the English language. So, okay na okay yan. Yes, si
Ang dami-
Sheila Magpantay, sabi niya, Cyberbacker not just offer jobs. Yes, Cyberbacker offers growth in all aspects. So, share ko lang din sa viewers natin at doon
Sige.
sa pangmalakasang intro natin. Nagulat ako. Yes. Way back during my call center years, parang sabi ko kasi before I shifted to Cyberbacker, sabi ko it's been 14 years that I've been working with various call centers na dito sa atin. Nakapagod na ako sa biyahe because I'm living in the
Mm.
south. Tapos ang office ko saan ako pumapasok is somewhere in Quezon City. So that's 6 hours travel back and forth. So alam mo yon, parang nakatira na ako sa kalsada talaga. And then
Mm-mm.
sabi ko, it's not really convenient for me kasi unang-una, maraming holidays na hindi ko na-attendan with my family. Ang mga birthday celebrations, naglakihan na yung mga pamangkin ko na hindi ko man lang, alam mo yun, nasubaybayan. Tapos minsan may mga kamag-anak ka na hindi mo na rin halos kilala kasi nga, you are really focused with working office space. So sabi ko, I wanted to shift my career na gusto ko na lang work from home kung meron. So, I tried everything. I even joined, before Cyberbacker kasi I was part of an ESL platform too. Pero hindi ako tumagal kasi sabi ko nga parang hindi yata ganun kahaba yung pasensya ko sa bata. And then, ang gusto ko kasi somewhere or someone or company na mag-offer ng stability talaga. Yung stability ang hinahabol ko and then, alam mo yung mas gusto mo, yung happy kang gawin. Yun yung hinahanap ko sa isang company. So, nakita ko lang sa Facebook mga job ads and then ayun, nag-apply ako. That time parang cyberbacker position yung naka-open. So I applied for that. Tapos ayun, I went through the assessments and luckily, yun, nakapasok ako kaagad sa cyberbacker. Share ko lang that time the president of cyberbacker, which is Sheila Mi Empleo, siya yung nag-final interview sa akin. Tapos unang tanong niya sa akin is, what motivates you? Yan. Ang hindi ko talaga makakalimutan sagot is, it's the bills that actually motivates me every day to work and to push through life. Yon. I don't want to be a hypocrite, but it's the bills. So, syempre, it really comes every 15 and 30th. So, yun talaga yung tumatak sa akin.
Mm.
Then after that, ayun, na-pair naman ako kaagad sa client. So, I really started sa pinaka entry level talaga. Kumbaga, even I handled various positions sa call center, I started talaga my way dun sa entry level dito. And then, after some time, after some years, the client decided na mag-iba na siya ng career, hindi na siya mag-venture doon sa business na ginagawa namin. So, ayun, nangyari, he let go niya ako. So, akala ko yun ang end ng career ko, pero hindi pala. There's a lot for me here and a lot of opportunity. And even the CEO himself offered me the position. Sabi niya, why not venture out into a different role? Can you go ahead and try being a career consultant, yung mga nag-i-interview, nagbibigay ng mga assessment. Yun. So nag-enjoy naman ako. Sabi ko kasi hindi naman ako psychology graduate or what. Accounting graduate naman ako. So, mas kabisado ko numbers. Alam mo yun. Pero with guidance, with training, yan, na natutunan ko siya. And I enjoyed it, every part of it. Hanggang, syempre, nag-excel ka dahil happy ka sa ginagawa mo. You were offered growth within the company. Yun, maging career backer, the people that's doing the pairing sa mga applicant or yung mga nandito na sa cyberbacker with the client. And then at the same time, syempre, bibigyan ka ng challenge. You want additional challenge. Yan. Give me more. Parang ganon. So, nag-start kami ng quality and analytics division, which is yun din na spearhead ko. Then I have to give it up to someone else kasi nga, ayun, I was promoted to be the vice president of the whole career division.
Talking about that, so meron kasing mga ka-home-based kada natin ang nag-try na mag-apply and unfortunately hindi sila nakapasok. Hanggang ilang beses ba sila pwedeng mag-apply at kung paano yung, kumbaga, kailan ulit pwede.
Actually, unlimited. You can reapply as many as you want. Yun nga
Mm-mm.
lang dapat ano siya, meron siyang parang refreshing period or
Okay.
yon cleansing period na 60 days. Then after that, pwede ka naman mag-reapply ulit. Hindi ka lilimitahan na hanggang dito ka lang or what, no. You can reapply hanggang, alam mo yun, kasi syempre at the first time baka mamaya this is not yet the time for you talaga.
Mm-mm.
Second attempt, ready ka na kasi you have, alam mo yun, mas marami ka nang nag-gain na
Na
knowledge, oo, o kaya yung mga tipong napag-nilay-nilayan mo na talaga
Oo.
yung values mo.
Mm-mm.
Yan. Second time, third time, kasi may mga ganun kami. The third time that they applied, ayan, nandito na sila.
Mm-mm.
Yun.
Pero pwede naman sila mag-apply sa same position or
Yes.
pwede pa iba-iba?
Yes, pwede naman.
Okay,
They can
nice.
just take all the positions na gusto nila.
Ayan, ako, nakakatuwa. O, yan mga ka-homebase kada na nalulungkot last time dun sa group na kesyo ganito daw, hindi sila nakapaso. Eto, meron pong pag-asa. Huwag mawawalan ng pag-asa. Any CBPA tips, sir?
Okay, for CBPA or the Cyberbacker Personality Assessment, ito kasi yung assessment na to, ang mini-measure nito is your previous experiences talaga. So, take your time, although medyo timed siya, 45 minutes lang yung assessment. Tapos, ang number one tip na mabibigay ko sa'yo is, do not open any additional browser or Google Chrome. Kasi automatic yan, matitrace siya ni assessment na nag-open ka ng additional Chrome kasi hindi mo talaga din makikita doon yung sagot niyan. Kumbaga, ikaw yan, your previous experience yung tinatanong dyan kasi doon ka namin i-align sa profile na ina-applyan mo.
Yung iba kasi, di ba, naka-hide sa likod, baka
Oo.
dumi-discarding move. So,
Parang Google ka agad.
di ba sabi, pag may mga tanong, i-Google mo.
Oo.
Nice. Buti na
Yun.
binanggit mo yan. Thank you. Sabi ni Nea Pay, do you have part-time positions available? Actually, may follow-up question ako dyan eh. Pero yan muna,
Yes.
sige.
Yes, we have part-time positions. Majority are or yung admin positions natin. Yan, meron tayo yan.
Yan. So yung follow-up question is, pwede bang dalawang part-time or tatlong part-time yung applyan ng isang cyberbacker?
For now, we allow the 2 part-times. Let's say may part-time ka na ngayon. Kasi syempre kailangan mo rin naman magpahinga, di ba? Syempre part-time will be 4 hours para mabuo natin yung 8 hours mo. Makapagpahinga ka and you'll still have time for your family. Kasi yun naman yung reason why we are shifting from office to working at home. So, an additional part-time para at least focus ka pa rin dun sa isang part-time mo. Tapos, we'll make sure na medyo hiwalay siya sa time ng other client na yun. Kasi syempre, baka wala naman talagang sinasabing multitasker. So, mahirap kasi yun. So, yes, pwede siyang additional or dalawang part-time pwede naman mapunta sa'yo.
Ayan, ito may tanong ulit. Si Rio naman. Rio Angela Ruiz, does CB have a CMO? Ay, mali ako. Does CB have an HMO? Sorry.
Actually, Rio, malapit na. Magkakaroon na kami niyan. We're just in the works na talaga. Yung finalization na lang. Magkakaroon na lang HMO ang cyberbacker. Nuna muna namin kasi yung mga like the profit sharing. Tapos, we have what we call, nag-offer kasi ang cyberbacker din ng somehow loans. Yan. So, sa mga within the cyberbacker org na talaga. So, next will be the HMO na.
And karamihan naman ng mga job postings nakalagay sa website nyo, di ba? And ilalagay natin yung mga links yan sa description box natin para ma-check nyo po lahat-lahat. And parang lagi naman yatang nagkakaroon ng mga bagong job opening sa website eh.
Yes.
So lagi may opportunity. Any final advice sa mga sa mga beginners and ngayon pala magsisimula mag-online job? Yan, Ems. I'll give you the floor. Ayan. Parang final speech.
For those people na nag-iisip pala mag-shift sa ganitong klase ng platform, huwag kayong matakot, huwag kayong mahiya. Sometimes it's really our doubts, yung nagfe-fail sa atin. If you feel na ready ka na talaga to venture into this kind of platform, yon, subukan mo na, gawin mo na now na, yon. And then, once we go there, sometimes kasi yung hesitations, yun yung medyo sa atin. Saka, sa una talaga medyo mahirap kasi considering that it's virtual, for those people na nagtrabaho sa office, sana na may kasama, pwedeng matanungan ka agad. Yun, medyo mahirap siya kasi virtually tayo. But as long as you have the group, the support group, the people that's here in Cyberbacker, tutulungan ka naman nila sa lahat ng bagay. And then be confident at all times during your interview. When answering the assessment, think about yourself. Yun. Kung kailangan mo mag-meditate, meditate mo muna kasi you have to answer it with all honesty. Yung talagang ikaw mismo, personality mo. And then, check mo din kasi baka mamaya during that time, naka-strapless lang tayo. Nakapantulog na lang tayo habang nag-a-apply.
Sa
Ayun.
Team Sando.
Oo. Kailangan at least somehow professional pa rin tayo. Yun. If you don't have like a white background, kahit yung mga ganyan lang na plain, yun. Tapos, in terms of technical requirements, yan, make sure lang na meron kayo kahit pa paano. If you can borrow muna for the meantime para lang at least, diba, maiano lang natin yung pag-a-apply. Yan, sabi na Hazel, apply lang ng apply.
Yes. Susuko. So, kung sakali man po mga ka-home-based kada na mag-fail kayo sa simula, meron at meron pa pong pag-asa para makabalik sa Cyberbacker. Nakakatuwa. Well, Ems, thank you so much sa pagbibigay mo ng oras. At sa mga Cyberbackers na nandito, maraming salamat po sa inyo. At I hope hindi kayo magsawa kung kailangan bumalik kayo dito para kung may mga katanungan pa po.
Thank you as well, Sheena, for having me here again. Alam ko nagpasalamat na ako, pero thank you para at least, alam mo yun, medyo mawala na rin yung mga agam-agam ng mga viewers natin. Yung mga katanungan na hindi nila, alam mo yun, minsan sasagot na tayo ng sarili natin, baka dahil ako final ganito. Ayan, para ma-clear out natin yon. Apply lang ng apply, guys. Maybe this is your time na.
So, magsisimula na tayo mag-apply as in, now na! Thank you, Cyberbacker, and thank you sa lahat ng mga ka-home-based kada natin. Papaalam na po kami but it doesn't mean na i-end natin to dahil ito na ang simula ng iyong magandang career sa Cyberbacker.
Yes.
We can do it, okay? Have a great night, mga ka-home-based kada. Ems, thank you!